Hello. Hey. Well, I'm glad to be here. It's not a nice night to be outside. Just to see what kind of questions you have, what you've got in mind, concerns you have about Eastern, or opportunities you think we haven't taken advantage of. All those things are of interest to me. So I'm opening it up.
Looking to, I guess, the future of EIU, what's like the one thing that you're most excited about in the near future for EIU?
Oh, the science building. New science building.
This was definitely the biggest Pizza with the Prez that we've had so far, so I would say this is a success. I think just being able to interact and hear straight from the president of the university, I mean, that's what Eastern's all about.
I was just expecting to ask the president a few questions and see what his input on our actual our questions, what his feedback and what he would actually think of our questions, and if he'd actually listen to us. This is just the catalyst for starting progress, for changing things here on campus. I would expect this at other schools because conversations between the administration and the student body is one of the most important things that a college has.
Kind of a thing.
Well, what I'll do, let me just look at some of the notes here. In some cases, I'll talk with another vice president and say, this issue was brought up, brief me on it, and then once I'm briefed, then we'll decide on a course of action and who would take that on. So I would take ownership of it until I can get it in the right hand. Because it's a person, you got a name and a face, and you can understand a little bit more about it. Like, for instance, the question about the dining dollars, being able to use those in the bookstore. And I ask, well, flesh that out for me a little bit, help me understand, what the issue is. So I've got some context for it when I go and have my discussions. And so I think that does make it more personal, and it certainly motivates me to get back in contact and say, well, okay, here's what we're actually going to do.